Coach, this is the game that depends whether we're going to get into the playoffs or not.
This is as big as it gets, Week 10. We're playoff hopes are on the line. Win, we keep going. Lose, and we check our equipment in, and we're done for 2009. So a lot on the line against the Hilldale Hornets.
Coach, what do you have to do should you win this ball game? Who will you have to play?
Well, if we can beat Hilldale, then first round of the playoffs looks like we would probably play either Catoosa, Jay, or Ulagal. Those three teams are all still possibilities, I think, for us to play.
Probably we shouldn't talk about what your preference would be for those games.
No.
Your preference is to win this one tonight,
yeah,
right?
We haven't even thought about that. We don't know a lot about those teams. We don't see them throughout the year. So right now we're just hoping that we can go out and find a way to get in.
You and Salisaw have a little bit in common. You had two quarterbacks who went down at crucial times in the season, and you had the substitute quarterback who came in. In your case, it was Bosco. In their case, it was the brother who's just a freshman at Salisaw. And both of those two quarterbacks did a pretty good job.
Well, you're right, they did. I felt like Matt Oberstein's younger brother did a fine job and got put in a really tough situation on a night where we were playing really well. And, he did all he could to help his team, and I felt like really managed the game well, considering he was just a freshman and probably didn't get a lot of snaps during the week to get ready. So it was a tough blow for them. From what I've heard, I think Oberstein could be back for the playoffs, and we would hope so. We don't want to see, a kid like that miss games his senior year. He's such a quality player. He's somebody you'd like to see have a chance to play.
He sustained the shoulder injury, I understand. At first they thought it might have been a collarbone injury. And who was it that hit him from our side that really put the old stopper on him?
Yeah, I believe it was Chris Ramey, a linebacker. And, of course, you're playing a physical game, and injuries like that happen. Chris, he packs a punch and plays the game really hard. I'm sure he didn't have intentions of hurting him to the point to put him out of the game, but we went into the game knowing we had to get after him to have a chance, and just an unfortunate thing that he got hurt to the point where he had to come out.
Both teams last week were well coached, and they are hard hitters. They play hard, and they've got good teams. And it's interesting to see that you were able to do what you did against this team, because I don't think anybody expected you to have the runaway that you had.
Well, I think probably no one expected us to play like that, maybe other than the kids and the coaches in the room, and that's really those are the ones that matter, and we know what we're capable of. We have a young team that's starting to mature at the right time. We're getting healthy. We've had some issues with some grades at times, and kids have missed because of eligibility. We have all those kids back, and we're playing good at the right time of year, and hopefully we can sustain that. Being we have such a young team, you worry a little bit about post big game letdown and then go into this Hilldale game a little bit flat, and if we do, we're gonna be in trouble. So hopefully we'll play like we've practiced, and we'll come out ready to go.
When we come back, we're going to talk about what we have to do to win against Hilldale in just a moment. But first, let's remind you, this is championship high school football on Okie Country 101.7 KTFX.